How to fix Git authentication with SSH keys. Imagine trying to push your code to a remote repository, but Git keeps asking for a password or just refusing to connect. That can be frustrating, especially when you want a smooth workflow. Today, we're going to walk through how to fix Git authentication issues when using SSH keys, so your version control process stays quick and secure. First, check if you already have SSH keys on your computer. You can do this by opening your terminal or command prompt and looking inside your home directory for a hidden folder called SSH. Inside, you might see files named idrasa and idrasa-pub or ided to 5519 and ided to 5519-pub. If these files are there, you already have SSH keys set up. If not, or if you want to create new ones, you can generate a fresh key pair using the command sshkeygen, ed25519c, your email at example.com. Just run that in your terminal, accept the default save location, and optionally add a passphrase for extra security. Next, you need to add your private key to the SSH agent, which manages your keys so you don't have to type your passphrase every time. On Linux or macOS, start the agent with eval, SSH agent and then add your key with SSH ed tilde slash. SSH ada ad 25500 nuntun. On Windows, open PowerShell and run start service SSH agent followed by SSH add env. Userprofil plus SSH plus ided 25519. This step is essential because it makes sure your system is ready to authenticate with your SSH keys. Now copy the contents of your public key file, which ends with pub, and add it to your Git hosting service. Whether you use GitHub, GitLab, or Azure DevOps, there's a section in your account settings labeled SSH keys. Paste your public key there and save it. This step links your computer to your online repository securely. After that, check your remote URL in Git. It should be in SSH format, like git@github.com, username repository.git. If it's using HTTPS, you can change it with the command git remote set URL origin git@github.com, username repository.git. Using SSH URL ensures Git uses your SSH keys for authentication instead of passwords. Once everything is set up, test your connection by running sshtgit@github.com. If your SSH keys are working correctly, you'll see a message saying you've successfully authenticated. If not, double-check that your SSH agent is running and your key is added. Also, verify that the public key you uploaded matches the private key on your machine. Sometimes, issues happen because your SSH configuration isn't specific enough. If you use multiple SSH keys for different services, you can create a configuration file at tilde slash ssh/config to specify which key to use for each host. For example, you can tell it to use your GitHub key when connecting to GitHub. Also, make sure your directory and private key files have the right permissions. The private key should only be readable by you, so set permissions to 600. Finally, keep your software up to date. Make sure your Git client and SSH software are the latest versions, as updates often fix bugs and improve compatibility. By following these steps, you'll have a secure, password-free way to work with Git repositories. This makes your backend development workflow smoother, especially when working with APIs, databases, and server-side code. Once set up, you won't have to enter your credentials every time, saving you time and keeping your focus on coding.